Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about what attracts your twin flame the most. How can you create that magnetic attraction where your twin flame is just constantly wanting to spend time with you, constantly wanting to be around you, connect with you, share experiences with you, so much so that they even want to live as one with you, which is the state that we call harmonious twin flame union. That is the whole purpose of this teaching that I share here on this channel, is what Jeff and Shalia discovered. They discovered when twin flames live together as one and never separate again, they basically discovered how to resolve the separation experience completely, eternally, not just temporarily. And so really, I want to talk about how to keep that fire alive and how to keep that attraction going and attract your twin flame to you. Whether you're already in a relationship with your twin flame, you just met them, or you guys are on the outs, I'm going to talk about how to attract your twin flame every single time. Works every single time. And really, it's about cultivating attraction within yourself. It's about falling in love with yourself, like really falling in love with yourself, appreciating yourself, valuing yourself, taking care of yourself, showing up for yourself, being present with yourself. Those are the things that attract your twin flame to you. You cultivate this kind of relationship within. You'll notice if you've met your twin flame and you've spent time with them, that the areas that you guys bond the most over are areas in your consciousness that you have self-approval and appreciation for. Like, let's say that you have like a hobby. Like, let's say you love reading, okay? And that's like your thing. You love reading. When you're connecting with your twin flame about reading, there's a sense of delight and ease about it because you don't have resistance or upset about that part of you that enjoys reading. You guys agree on that because you're one, and there's no resistance to it. So there's an ease of communication happening between you, and there's so much delight. Like, that's one of the great things about twin flames is you share everything with them because you're one. And so you really, because you love and appreciate yourself in that space, they mirror that to you and they amplify that connection. And, that's attractive to your twin flame because you're embracing yourself, you're being yourself, you're approving of yourself, you're appreciating yourself. And that is so magnetic to your twin flame. Your twin flame is like, where have you been all my life? Because they are just so attracted to you when you are just absolutely in love with yourself and what you're doing. And just like living your purpose, that's another huge aspect of twin flame attraction. Jeff and Shalia actually, in addition to Twin Flame Ascension School, they created Life Purpose class because life purpose is so attractive to twin flames and they go together so perfectly. Like, when you're together with your twin flame, you're not going to just want to sit around and do nothing all day. You're going to want to live your purpose together. You're passionate about it. You're in harmony with yourself and how God created you, your natural designs, and your natural design in terms of your soul design. And you are feeling that love and expressing your gifts and shining your light. And that is so magnetic to your twin flame because you're in harmony with yourself, you're at peace with yourself, you're embracing yourself, you're living out your joy, and that is what is attractive to your twin flame. And so really, it's a call to fall in love with yourself and don't hold back. It's not an arrogant thing to fall in love with yourself. A lot of people are like, I'm afraid I'm going to be narcissistic. Y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, every narcissistic person, underneath it, it's very shame-based. And it's actually that they reject who they truly are, that they are trying to project that image of narcissism and that self-concept instead of being true to who they truly are. And so you're not in danger of becoming narcissistic because you love yourself. You're actually immune from narcissism because you love yourself. And additionally, you're also immune to having narcissistic people be attracted to you in any way, whether it's friendships, business relationships, whatever it may be, because you love yourself. You are going to have better boundaries. You're going to have like higher standards essentially for how you treat yourself and what you accept from others. And it protects you, honestly, in unhealthy relationships. That's a whole other subject. My background is in psychology, but you can't go wrong loving yourself is what I'm saying. You're not going to become the narcissist, and you're also not going to become the person who is in an unhealthy relationship with somebody like that. Loving yourself really creates an immunity to those things. It allows you to be who God created you to be, which, by the way, you are divine, you're perfect. And so you just absolutely fall in love with the way you are. And the big secret is, and this is something that I have found to be true on my own journey as a student of this work, and being a coach with this work, and helping people with twin flames. And what I've noticed is that the secret underneath everything is you're already in love with yourself. What I find is that all we're really doing is letting go of the resistance to the fact that we're actually crazy about ourselves. We were taught when we were young, one way or another, either directly or indirectly, a lot of times we were taught that we should feel ashamed of ourselves, or we should be this way, we shouldn't be this way, or these traits that we have are desirable and these traits are not desirable, or maybe we can't be loved unconditionally, or maybe we're a little too loud or not enough, or whatever it may be. We kind of get those messages from society. I mean, we see that like everywhere in society, to be honest. It's a prevalent issue. But it's the same message of like, reject yourself. You're not divine. You need to change something. You need to improve something about yourself. You need to be different than the way you are. And we learn to self-reject. And it's really safe to realize that God created you and God doesn't make mistakes. You are divine. And even if there are upsets in your consciousness, and even if there are illusions, and by if, I mean, basically all of us have this, you guys. Unless you're an ascended master and you can manifest things out of thin air, you got some upsets. It's okay. We all do. It's part of being human. It's part of what we're here on earth to heal and process and ascend. And so it's not anything to be ashamed of. But having those things going on, it doesn't take away from your divinity. It just means that you believe some things that weren't true. You believe that you were separated from God, so you were afraid. And because of that fear, you've done blah, 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 and you've acted out in these ways, or you've had these thought patterns and belief systems and feelings as a result of that misunderstanding. And so it's basically like a computer. The computer is perfect. The programming needs to be changed out. That's all. But the computer is perfect. You are divine. You might have some belief systems that are not necessarily based on love and how God is. There might be some misunderstandings there, but you are divine. So you don't actually need to reject yourself ever. And even the places where you're running that programming that's a bit faulty, the solution is to bring love there, to purify it, not to reject it and resist it and say, I'm bad and I need to feel bad about myself. You love yourself the way you are to get to where you want to go. Love will always be the answer. Love will always be the way. What does the Bible say? Love is, perfect love casts out fear. Like this isn't something where, love needs to like push away the problem. Love embraces the problem, and in embracing the problem dissolves, because love is powerful. So all of that to say, it's safe to accept yourself exactly as you are, and to realize that you are divine. And sure, maybe there's upsets, illusions still in your consciousness, just like the rest of us. That's okay. But you're on your ascension path. You're working with this teaching, hopefully. You're meeting with your ascension coach, hopefully. If you're not, definitely look into that, because that will help a lot. But you're working through those things, and you're learning to love yourself more every day. And love will always be the way to solve all the problems, not rejection. And so it's really safe to give yourself permission to fall madly in love with yourself, to just be absolutely delighted in everything about you, not just certain things, everything, because you are completely worthy of love. And as you do that, you absolutely attract your twin flame. Your twin flame will be like, who's that? Who's that person? I know that person, because their soul recognizes you when you're being yourself. And nothing wrong with being you. You are perfectly unique and divine. And so, fall in love with yourself. Enjoy your life. Like, be with God. Like, your life is now. It's not when you are with your twin flame, or when something happens, or you achieve something, or you look a certain way, or you do certain things, or whatever it may be. It's now. And so enjoy your divinity, delight in the things that are delightful to you, and enjoy your moments with God, and just fall in love with it. Like, feel good about everything about you. Feel good about your personality, feel good about your mind, feel good about your heart and your soul, feel good about your physical appearance, feel good about who you are, and how God made you, and all those little quirks and unique things about you. Like, just fall crazy in love with yourself, no holding back. And you will see your twin flame being very clear about who they're in love with, and it will be you. So I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you would like coaching support directly from me one-on-one, all of that is beneath this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.